Okay, guys, listen up now. I know this is a very, very tough game on paper away to Paris Saint-Germain, but when we get out on that pitch, reputations do not matter for anything. And it's a good thing they don't, because if they did, we get absolutely smashed.
Synger sammen til segerskråpen, Malta, Grindavik. Og jeg vet, hvis bakken ger I dag.
Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome back to Grindavik on the Impossible Dream. It is Season 11, Episode 10 today, and we end our Champions League phase against Paris Saint-Germain. In all likelihood, we end our Champions League campaign. Of course, unless we win and results go our way, we will be out. So a quick reminder of how the table looks. And, well, this is it. And, oh, how we could have used the point we almost got against Manchester United and the 3 points we almost got against Manchester City. Because if we had those extra 4 points... no, it'd be 3 points, wouldn't it? Well, we'd be on 10 and looking very, very good to get out of the group, no matter what happened. But we don't have them. City got a late equaliser. We missed a late sitter against United, and we find ourselves on 7 points. Now, Paris, they are through sort of into the knockout rounds, but they themselves need a result to make sure that they're going through to the quarterfinals or round of 16 or whatever it would be. Round of 16 it'll be, won't it? So they are going to want to get a result against us, and that is not good, obviously. I also got to end the season awards and our goal of the season competition today, but let's get to this game and see what we're expecting. And we're expecting a 4-2-3-1. They still have Mbappe, who is very good. Musalia, or whatever his name is, the Englishman come German. Kalmavinga is there. Diaz is still there. Hakimi. It's still, I mean, these guys, yes, they're older, but it's still a very, very good team. Now, this is our team that we're sending out. It is not Rafferson in goal. It is Puyol in goal. It is Calderon, Degan, Vinci, and Volpez. It is, who's he? Johnson. It is Antonio, who's got a heavy match. I almost played Raul anyway. So we're going to go with Johnson as an anchor man. That's fine. Raul, yeah, deep line, I can get on board with that. So Raul and then Bakali, Kosh, Higuain, and Bautenson. He has the heavy match load as well. Unfortunately, as I said last episode, Sinistera, just an untimely dose of flu. And so he misses this one. So there we go. That's our team. Let's see what they can do. So here are the team sheets. Daniel Farka is the Paris manager. How did he get that job? Omar Nasri, do I recognise that name, or am I just thinking of the guy that used to play for Arsenal? I don't recognise too many other names other than the ones that I pointed out. Jeremy Pino, I think, is good, isn't he? Yeah, there is some... Donnarumma is their goalkeeper still. Though, to be fair, I'd almost take Puyol over anybody. There's no pressure on us. All right, we'll do that for this one, because it's one of these games away from home against one of the favourites for the Champions League. It's always going to be tough, isn't it? But... well, we'll see what we can do. I'd say if we keep Mbappe quiet, he's still the leading goal scorer in... well, he's scored lots of goals anyway. He's going at basically a goal a game, so he's going to be tough. Yeah, unfortunately with Antonio, what I did... so we played a friendly in between to give the bench players some match sharpness, because we're just coming back from end of season break or end of season week off, where players lose all match sharpness. And I just forgot to take him out, which was a little bit silly, because he had looked quite good in that role there next to Bakali. But Raul's a good player, and he is. We've trained out of him the just play short, simple passes, given he has passing and vision of both 17. So he should only be better for that. So yeah, we'll see how he goes as a deep line playmaker here. We are actually trying to train him to be more expansive and look for killer balls and that kind of stuff with his passing. But time will have to wait on that one. Oh, daggone. We got bids from Paris Saint-Germain for him, and right now I wish I'd accepted them. Just absolutely pocket-picked by Mbappe, and we're 1-0 down. Let's try a focus. Mbappe now with the corner. Oh, what's that hit? It's just gone straight over. Yeah, well, that's not the start we wanted, is it? I think, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Even if we do lose this game, which would have been a fair bet before the game started, and an even fairer bet now we're 1-0 down. If it wasn't for Vinci, 2-0 down. I don't think 7 points from this group is a terrible return, because the only real game we had that was a bit of a give-me, or that you'd expect us to win anyway, was Shamrock Rovers, and we did win it, only just, but we did win it. So, oh, good tackle there from Higuain, but what's Higuain doing in there, mate? You're a left-sided winger, are you not? Have they changed their formation, maybe? Have they gone to wing-backs? Why is Higuain playing central midfield? Anyway, there we go. That's where you should be. Higuain. Can he find Bautinson in the middle? He's got Bakali with him as well. Raul's getting forward. What can he do? It's Bakali down. Penalty! Oh, referee. It's going to go down the other end now, and they're going to score, aren't they, on the break, because we've got players forward. Can Volpez do something? Somebody stop somebody. Pull a shirt. Kick a leg. Something. There we go. Kosh, not quite enough. And, oh, Mbappe's off. I think Mbappe's off. I think he's off. He definitely looked to be in between defender and goalkeeper. I'd love to see the foul at the other end. It was maybe just out. It was offside. It was maybe just outside the penalty area, to be completely fair. But Degen has done really well there. He stepped up at just the right time. The back four were pretty much in a line. That's just good coaching, isn't it? I don't coach. I just manage. Oh, it's a good header away there. Volpez picks Mbappe's pocket. Unfortunately, not quite as an attacking position as it was when Mbappe was doing the defending. They're looking quite good here, aren't they? They are passing it around us. Oh, that's a push. All right. I mean, I don't even know what we do with this, because if we... Well, they are trying to tiki-taka us, aren't they? So we'll go with a higher line. I mean, it was just one of those that doesn't need to go to VAR, does it? Can Puwal do his Rafferson and save a penalty from Mbappe? Oh, I tell you what, he probably should have. Oh, so we're 2-0 down. This is where the European adventure comes from the end, short of an epic, magical comeback. Next episode will be a summer transfer special, of course. I will try and get it out tomorrow as scheduled. Sometimes just the way that things work with us, because it's such a long, played out process, and it's not friendlies that kill the time. It's that League Cup thing where I actually have to play the games. That's what hurts a little bit with taking a long time to get through it. So yeah, I'll try and get it out tomorrow if you're watching live, but there might be a day's gap. As ever, Discord, I'll keep you updated on the Facebook group, that's kind of things as well. We can't be happy with that. It's not been great, to be honest. We've gifted them both goals. An error and a silly... It's not like it was a silly penalty, wasn't it? It was just an out-and-out push, and that is just silly. All right, let's encourage them. Mbappe with another corner, and well, this is just getting a bit out of hand. I'm going to try Vertees just before I completely convince myself I want to sell him. I just want to try him as a deep lying forward in sort of a sole striker role. Again, it's just poor defending, isn't it? No, not that one. I want to go. I can just go here and do it, can't I? Yeah, deep lying forward. And he's injured. Well, never mind. We will never know if he could have played as a deep lying forward. Godini, you have a go up there, mate. Higuain is having another absolute nightmare. Obot's aggressive. All right, go out there and do your thing. And let's get Beyonce on for Kosh. The front three just aren't working, are they? I don't think it's their fault that we're 3-0 down, obviously. But, well, we don't... Degen's having a bit of a nightmare as well. Do I have any subs left? I do. Let's bring Unison on, see how the young kid goes. He's one of our academy graduates, of course. Bakali, crossfield ball, finding Beyonce. Volpez on the overlap. Raul not quite there. Beyonce does his best to win it back. And Calderon has tried to win it back. We're all at sea, and I think that's offside again, if I'm honest. But we're not looking good here. We look poor defensively. We look poor offensively. What is I mean, you can see he's trying to intercept it, but he's nowhere near it. And to be fair to Ornison, I think he stopped at just the right time there, didn't he? Volpez is having a nightmare. I mean, I can't take anybody else off. I can't take you all off here, guys. Someone's going to have to, yeah, do something that isn't stuff up. But there we go. It all comes to a little bit of a disappointing end. Yeah, it fell in a heap a bit there at 3-0, but it wasn't. I mean, we didn't threaten them at all, but it wasn't quite that bad, I don't think, defensively, because the corner, yeah, we should have obviously defended a corner better, but you know, we gifted them one with an error and then a penalty, which was not particularly smart either. But there we go. So there are still some games to play. It's going to be 28th or so that we finish. I mean, it's obviously disappointing, isn't it? But ultimately, if you don't win enough games, you get knocked out, don't you? But I really do. I come back to it's not too bad. To the 2 points we dropped against Man City in stoppage time, the miss that Pattinson had against Manchester United, which would have got us a point. If we had those 3 points, we put ourselves up on 10. It's going to be behind my head here, but 10 points is in, isn't it? Porto has officially qualified with 10 points. So, yeah. Those are the two moments that have killed us in Europe this year against the Manchester teams, and I guess that's tough, isn't it, when you're saying that? But anyway, guys, that is Europe for the season done and dusted. Wait right there, though. We'll be back for our end of season awards, and we'll see who you guys have voted as your player of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Grindavik end of season awards. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much, and welcome to our Grindavik end of season awards. It was a fighting performance for obviously end the year this time out in Europe. Maybe not quite getting the results we deserved. We gave Manchester a couple of gifts this year, didn't we? And hopefully we'll get them back next season or at some point in the near future. But the boys really did try hard this year. Domestic superiority and fighting efforts in Europe. Well done, boys. We've just got to get ourselves into this knockout round, don't we? Come on, we can do it. The first award this evening is the Golden Pen, awarded to this season's signing of the year. And we're making many signings, big money signings, and that will continue this summer. But this guy, relatively a cheap one these days at 5 million, but I think he was worth every penny. The signing of the year, the Golden Pen, goes to the goalkeeper, Ross Puwal. The next award is the Harvard Meyer Award for the player with the worst discipline, the Golden Card, as it's otherwise known. And this guy, there's been some good winners of this award. This guy hasn't put up the numbers to justify it quite at that level. Of course, the axe with his 4 red cards, what an effort that was. But 7 yellows this year has won it. He's just become a permanently Grindavik player. Congratulations. We'll get the trophy fixed for you, Carlo Lopez. The next award is the Golden Bullseye, awarded to the player with the most passes completed per 90 minutes. It's a real mouthful, that one, isn't it? But this guy deserves it. It's the first time I think he's ever won an award at the end of season award, so congratulations on that front as well. With 93 passes per 90 minutes, it's one of the Academy kids. It's Robert Gisarasen. The next award is the Golden Spoon, awarded to the man who feeds the strikers, the player with the most assists. Another face that's been a familiar one on loan and will hopefully be joining us permanently this summer. 12 assists this season. He'll need to up that if he wants to become a true club Golden Spoon legend. But congratulations nonetheless, Mark Koch. The next award is the Golden Anchor for the player we can rely on, the man with the highest average match rating. And this guy, well, he was disappointing in Europe, and I don't think we've ever said that about him before. Still a wonderful player, a Grindavik player more importantly, with an average match rating of 7.5. It's the king of the academy, Neil Baltenson. The next award comes to us from the medical staff. It is the Golden Cross for this season's most injured player. And we had a few niggling injuries around this season, but one man just stood a little bit of a niggle above the rest. And with 21% of the season missed, that was our young Finnish centre-back, Ari Newsonen. The next award is the Golden Soother, awarded to the baby of the team, this season's best young player. And, well, if I'm honest about this guy, he's unhappy. He stopped showing up for training, and he can bugger off this summer, in all honesty. You can just go away, mate. You can take your golden sucker with you, and you can suck on it all the way back to England. Congratulations, Tom Jones. The next award is the Golden Boot, awarded to this season's top goal scorer. And, well, we had a very, very tense battle between the two main men of the club, the King and the Academy King. And in the end, with 25 goals, the Golden Boot goes to the King, Fausto Gadini. The next award is the Horse's Ass for this season's worst player. Now, it's usually difficult to give out a worst player award when the team's doing so well. So these days it goes to a moment, and at the moment, let's repaint it. 90-something minute, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, 2-1 down to Manchester United, and you missed the target altogether. Congratulations, Neil Beltonson. And now it's time for the award that means so much to all the players. It is the Viewers Player of the Year award. Now, thank everybody who nominated and then voted as well for their Player of the Year. And, well, I can tell you that the winner this season is Neil Beltonson. And now it's time to acknowledge this season's Team of the Year. So if you do just direct your eyes up to the board, you will see that the goalkeeper is Raffison. Your back four is Jones, Degan, Unison, and Volpez. The midfield trio is Gisarason, Arneson, and Raul. Perhaps a surprising trio there. And the wingers are Obot and Beyonce. And your striker is the great man, Fausto Gadini. Congratulations to all of you. You've all had great seasons. And a few in midfield have had even better seasons, but they're not selected this year. And now it is time for the big one. It is the Golden Star for this season's Player of the Year. And there are all sorts of clubs interested in this guy. We don't want to sell him, and so we're rejecting bids, and that will continue. So don't get any ideas, mate. That's right, I'm talking to you. Golden Star winner, Lars Deggen. Well done, well done. Congratulations to Lars and the rest of the winners this evening. It's been a good season, a promising season, I think, in Europe. We definitely looked like we took a step forward defensively. And, yeah, just unfortunately for us, the goals dried up in Europe at just the wrong season. But, Vinci, if you want to come back on loan again next season, mate, we'll have you back happily. I don't think we'll be triggering the 78 million release fee, though. That's a little much. Maybe just but anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming out in the auditorium tonight. Thank you for you watching at home. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your evening or your off season, and we'll see you next season at Grindavik Stadium. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. 30 million, Vincent. 30 million. So there we go. End of season awards are done for the year. So let's have a quick look back at the season that was. Our signings here, let's have a look here. Now, Raul is a C. That's just about fair enough. 1.6 million is not expensive for us, but he hasn't particularly done it for us in the big games. Morty Mortensen, that's just one. That's a crowd pleaser. Beyonce did well, I thought, a B signing, 7 million, and still learning a position as well. So there's more to come from him. Vinci, I thought on loan did quite well. Now, whether we can get him back is going to be a whole nother thing. Ariane, I mean, 850 grand. Young, improving. We'll see what we get from him. A B minus that one. Calderon, an A plus. Love to get him back. I just don't know if we're going to be able to afford to do that. Kosh, yeah, he's good, isn't he? He's quite good. Volpez as well. Only an F. Well, we've just signed him on a permanent deal for big money, so I hope that changes. Pruol, the signing of the season, I just about agree with that. 5 million, and I think he is he's just very solid back there. Obot, a D. I think that's maybe a little harsh to him. We'll see more of him, I think, next season once he's had a season to bed in. Higuain, a C. Again, we'll see what we get from him. I'd love to sign him permanently, but we'll have to, again, see what's possible. Sinistera, I thought he did okay, to be honest. He scored some important goals for us. But yeah, I don't think we're going to pay 20-odd million to get him in permanently. For T's, we triggered a release fee of 600 grand. Honestly, I just am not sure about him, so he probably will leave. And then the axe was just one to get him in so he doesn't retire, and we'll sign him as a coach. Anybody that left did do anything. Depe was playing, as was Mesuwadi, it looks like, and Dejenga. Alaku has played for Valencia, so that's good to see for him. But nobody else. I mean, they're playing some of these guys, but they're not necessarily setting the world on fire, are they? So, yeah, that's, I mean, you don't leave Grindavik because if you know, typically it's because we don't want you anymore. So yeah, that just kind of is what it is. A C in the league for an invincible season. I mean, that just goes to show how harsh they are on me. Champions League. Now, of course, at the time of recording this, I've just finished crying after the Manchester City game. So that's how things sit right now. How the last 3 games go, I anticipate not great, but we'll you know more than I do right now. The Cup, we of course fell at the first hurdle with the Gags this year. The Charity Shield we won, and the pre-season thing we won as well. Moments to remember: a 7-0 against HK. That was in the pre-season Cup, and Alaku was playing in that one. A 5-0 was a match to remember away to Paul, and the goal of the season, as given by the game, was who was it? Oh, it was a Raul goal, and that and some other ones will be available momentarily to vote on. The finances, still only a 3.5 reputation team, which is always a little bit frustrating. Money it's more or less as it was, and the competition prize money has dropped off, but then that's probably because, did we get out of the league phase the season before last? We did, didn't we? So that's maybe to do with that. Baltinson is the top selling shirt. Beyonce, Bakali, Gadini, and Jonsson are the other big ones, and that all kind of makes sense, doesn't it? The team of the season, well, there it is. They're Rafferson in goal. Might be the last time he's there for a little while, though. I will probably keep playing him in the league, so he may still get a chance there. Difficult to argue with too much else, given that, as I say, it's basically picked off the league form. And, so this was more or less the league team for the most part. So that all kind of makes sense, doesn't it? The accolades. Degan was our player of the year. Tom Jones, young player of the year. Pujols, we just saw signing of the season. Top goal scorer was Gadini. It's been a couple of years since he was up there with that, but well done to him. Beyonce, most assists. I think he actually split it with Kosh. I'm not sure who actually got the award. I'll have to check, because I haven't actually recorded end of season awards yet, obviously, because we're not at the end of season where we cut off for it. So, yeah, I think it came down to games played, and I can't remember who actually got the award on the night. Gadini, man of the match, most man of the match awards. It's not something we do give out on the night. Baltinson and Gustaf Rassen with some awards there as well. Gadini, 85 league goals now is the club record. 15 of those next season, and he will crack the 100. And Alaku was the highest transfer fee received for us. And competition awards here, what do we got? Gadini, the Icelandic Golden Boot. Immonen, the Under-21 Player of the Year. Tom Jones was the Icelandic Premier Division Team of the Year, Player of the Year, and Lars Degen was the Icelandic Premier Division Young Player of the Year. So what's the Under-21 Player of the Year? I wonder if that might be an Icelandic, a Finnish thing maybe? Anyway, congratulations to those guys. And there we go. History in the making. Dynamic Manager Timeline. Maybe at the end of this series we'll go back and have a look at that. But we'll have a quick look here at what else have we got. The best 11. Tom Jones has been inducted at right back, so not bad for someone that played left back all season. And so that is that. So I wish it would tell you who dropped out. This was probably someone that went to the bench. Rafferson's in the starting 11. I think it was Andreasen until then. Oh, Matheson must have been the one that dropped out. So I wonder who dropped off the bench. But anyway, it doesn't really matter at this point. Let's have a quick look here. The side of 2026, where are they now? Who is starring in that team, I wonder? Allmarkson and Turpinson are still at the club. Rocky. Who else is there? Eric Origi, the goalkeeper. Kike Viva. Capiello. And Stefansson. Now, Stefansson was at IA this season on loan. He went. He was back in the league. We didn't actually come across him though. You can see a couple of other names there. What happened to Monty, I wonder? Anyway, supporter profile. We've lost family. We've gained fair weather, and we've got up 100,000 social media supporters. The social media team is absolutely killing it. Almost 500,000 now. Wonderful stuff. But there we go, guys. That will do it for today. If you have enjoyed that, thumbs up, subscribe if you're new. It brings us to goal of the season, of course. And the way this works, there will be the goal that the game gave as one option, and I will select 3 others. I'm just trying to find best 11 here again. There we go. And Adolf Steinson is still there as well, along with Axe. Yeah, and then you can vote. Link in the description down below. You know how it works at this point, and that'll take you through to a straw poll. So enjoy the goals of the season, and I will see you next episode for a transfer special. And there is money going to be spent. I hope so anyway, or else it's going to be boring, isn't it? Take care. And here are our top 4 goals from the 2033 season. Don't forget to vote for your favourite.